Hi, my name's Grady Tarlin. I'm an English and ESL tutor. Some students feel anxious speaking in front of many other students, or they might feel that, asking questions in a big classroom of other students might make them appear a certain way to their peers, and they might just prefer to have more privacy or feel like they're in a more of a safe space where they can ask questions without feeling judged by others or embarrassed if there's any gaps in their knowledge. And then also, of course, teachers in a big classroom of students can only spend so much time and attention on each individual student, but with a tutor, a one-on-one connection, it's 100% of the tutor's attention goes to that student, which I think you inherently get a lot more value out of that because all of your questions are being addressed and the tutor learns more about the student so that they can do a better job of helping guide their learning and support their development. The value of a human tutor is to develop really the foundational skills that can allow you to feel a little more confident in approaching written work in general. Even if students do still want to rely on AI tools to help write, part of making the best use of an AI tool is in writing a good prompt. So even if you do want to, completely AI generate your essay, it does still help to have good writing skills to be able to get to that point where you are producing the best possible results. The biggest determining factor that I see is really willingness to engage with the course material. An enthusiasm for learning, I think, is certainly the most important thing when it comes to achieving success in an academic situation. And then beyond that, in a professional situation, is like an earnest enthusiasm and willingness to learn, a lack of fear when it comes to looking dumb when you're first trying something. I think that's a big deterrent, that a lot of people are reluctant to try new things or try learning new skills because they don't want to embarrass themselves. But I think being willing to take risks and maybe embarrass yourself when you're first learning something is such an important way to that's the first step in learning any skill or any kind of knowledge, is to take those first few steps, which some people might feel are embarrassing if you're not doing well, but it's a very necessary part of any learning process. And I think that really leads to success in many fields.